Welcome to my channel, old valuable chiller. If you love state quarters, listen closely because one rare coin could be hiding in your pocket right now. The most valuable state quarter is the 2004 Wisconsin extra leaf high and extra leaf low quarter, released by mistake with an extra leaf on the corn stalk. These era coins can reach thousands of dollars, especially in well-kept condition. Always check the reverse side of your Wisconsin quarter for that extra leaf. One small detail could turn a regular 25 cents into serious cash. Keep searching, because your next coin find might be worth a fortune. First up, the Arizona State Quarter was released in 2008, representing the 48th state admitted to the United States. And although the release year is 2008, production and preparation of the design took place earlier. The coin honors Arizona's rich heritage and natural landscape, and it instantly became a favorite because of its iconic symbols. On the reverse side, the Grand Canyon stands majestically in the background while the famous saguaro cactus rises in the foreground, creating a stunning combination of one of the natural wonders of the world with one of the most recognizable plants of the American Southwest. The coin also proudly displays the phrase Grand Canyon State, reminding everyone of Arizona's nickname and natural beauty. The obverse features a well-known portrait of George Washington that appears on all state quarters from the program. Collectors find the Arizona State Quarter interesting because the design brings together several symbolic elements. The saguaro cactus can only grow in certain parts of the American Southwest, and its inclusion makes the coin instantly identifiable. The Grand Canyon is known globally for its massive scale and unique geological history. When the two are placed together, the result is a coin that immediately captures the essence of Arizona's environment, history, and culture. The year 1912 is inscribed on the coin to mark the year Arizona officially became the 48th state to join the Union. The year 2008, seen on the reverse side, marks the circulation release year as part of the State Quarter series, which grew into one of the most collected modern coin programs in U.S. history. Now let's talk about where these coins were minted and why certain mint marks matter to collectors. The Arizona Quarter was minted at two main U.S. mint facilities, Denver and Philadelphia. You can identify where your coin was made by looking at the mint mark next to Washington's portrait on the obverse. A D mark indicates it was produced in Denver, and a P mark means Philadelphia. While both versions are common in circulation, some collectors focus on finding clean details, sharp features, and strong strikes that showcase the Grand Canyon and cactus design more clearly. The finish of the coin, especially in uncirculated examples, brings out the layered canyon lines and surface textures that give the quarter a three-dimensional appearance. Many coin collectors search through pocket change and coin rolls to find Arizona State Quarters because certain era varieties can increase collector interest. While most Arizona quarters are standard circulation pieces, coins with misaligned strikes, doubled letters, extra metal from die issues, or filled details can stand out. These mint-made anomalies can make some individual coins more interesting to advanced collectors. For example, some Arizona quarters have been seen with extra metal around the cactus spines or subtle doubling in inscriptions. When collectors discover strong and noticeable varieties or striking abnormalities, those coins can attract attention in the collecting world. The key is always looking closely at inscriptions, lines, symbols, and surfaces for anything unusual that catches the eye. The copper-nickel-clad composition of the Arizona State Quarter makes it similar to most state quarters, featuring a blend that offers durability for circulation. Although the metal composition is not precious, the value of this coin for collectors often comes from its condition, rarity of variety, and demand among people completing full state quarter sets. State quarter sets remain popular because they capture all 50 U.S. states, creating a journey through American history, geography, and symbolism. Arizona's coin stands out because of how visually rich the design is and the strong identity it communicates. Collectors who build series collections consider the Arizona Quarter essential to completing their albums. Even though millions of Arizona quarters were made, people still search for better-than-average examples. A crisp design with little wear keeps the Grand Canyon details visible and the cactus outline strong. Coins that circulated heavily often show flattening of the detailed canyon lines, making the coin appear smoother and less defined. Slight handling marks or surface wear are common in pieces found in pocket change, but coins discovered in inherited collections or stored for years can sometimes retain a bright, original shine that collectors appreciate. If you come across Arizona quarters that look unusually clean, reflective, or sharp, those are the pieces worth setting aside. When talking about the history of Arizona, the Grand Canyon played a huge role in shaping the state's identity. The canyon holds layers of rock that tell an ancient geological story, stretching back millions of years. Its appearance on a U.S. quarter makes a coin feel like a miniature window into natural history. Meanwhile, the saguaro cactus is tied to cultural identity, desert life, and regional wildlife. In combination, the design honors both nature and the people who have called Arizona home. The developers of the coin's artwork aim to balance beauty with recognition, and collectors often say this design feels like a small piece of desert scenery preserved in metal. The Arizona State Quarter reminds collectors that coins are more than currency. They are art, history, and storytelling. People who grew up in Arizona, visited the state, or admire its natural landscapes often keep Arizona quarters as souvenirs. Some say this coin sparks memories of road trips, national park visits, and desert sunsets. That emotional connection helps keep the Arizona State Quarter popular among collectors, more than a decade after its release. If you are building a state quarter collection or want to improve your knowledge, one of the best habits is to check every quarter you receive. Examine mint marks, look for unusual details, and handle coins carefully to avoid additional wear. Sorting through coins is both a hobby and a treasure hunt. There's always a chance of finding something exciting in everyday pocket change. Collectors around the world continue to explore modern United States coinage because new varieties and discoveries can appear anytime. Before we wrap up, let's summarize why the 2003 Arizona State Quarter stands out. It features a powerful combination of the Grand Canyon and the saguaro cactus, symbolizing desert strength and natural wonder. It connects history, landscape, and state identity in a design that collectors love. It offers opportunities for discovery through mint marks and unusual strikes. And it remains a key part of the highly collected State Quarter series, which continues to grow in popularity among new and experienced collectors alike. Next up, the Georgia State Quarter was released on July 19, 1999, as the fourth quarter in the State Quarter program. It represents the state of Georgia, known as the Peach State. The quarter features three main elements that connect deeply to Georgia's identity: the peach, the live oak sprig, and a banner containing Georgia's motto, wisdom, justice, moderation. These symbols are arranged inside an outline of the state of Georgia. Every detail tells a piece of the state story and also helps collectors identify errors, dye varieties, and overall condition that can affect the value of the coin. The most recognizable feature of the 1999 Georgia State Quarter is, of course, the peach. Georgia is famous for peaches, and the fruit symbolizes hospitality, agriculture, and the state's farming heritage. The quarter's design makes the peach stand out at the center of the coin's reverse. For coin collectors, the peach area is important to examine because details like texture, clarity, and wear can reveal how the coin was handled over time. Coins with strong details on the peach and oak leaves can often be more desirable to collectors searching for well-preserved examples. Surrounding the peach, we see a sprig of live oak leaves. The live oak is Georgia's official state tree and represents strength and endurance. On the quarter, the leaves and acorns create a balanced border that fills the inside of the state outline. When you observe this quarter, look closely at the fine lines in the leaves and acorns. On circulated coins, these details can become flat, while sharper leaves may indicate a coin that was stored well or handled carefully. These details help collectors judge condition and potential collectible interest. Now let's talk about the banner across the center of the coin. It reads wisdom, justice, moderation, the state motto of Georgia. These three words come from historical influences dating back to the founding era of the state. On the quarter, the letters in the motto are raised and crisp in higher quality examples. Letters that appear weak, blurry, or doubled may be clues to minting issues such as strike weakness or possible machine doubling. Collectors often enjoy searching coins for lettering variations that could make a coin more interesting or desirable. Around the edge of the design, we have the outline of the state of Georgia. This shape connects the design elements together. If you run your fingers gently around the surface of the quarter, you can often feel the raised outline of the state. When examining this shape visually, look for smoothness where patterns and small imperfections. Uneven wear or unusual marks may help identify how the coin traveled through circulation or if it was part of a special set. The 1999 Georgia Quarter was produced at 3 United States Mint locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia mint coins carry the P mint mark, the Denver coins have the D mint mark, and the San Francisco coins include the S mint mark. The San Francisco coins were made as proof coins, including both standard proof and silver proof versions. Proof coins are struck with polished dies that give the coin a mirror-like appearance with frosted designs. These proof versions can have added collectible appeal because of their striking luster and sharp details. When searching for collectible examples of the Georgia State Quarter, there are several features to study: strike sharpness, luster, clean field without heavy scratches, and strong detail in the motto lettering, peach texture, and oak leaves. Circulated coins typically show wear, especially on high points like the top of the peach and edges of the oak leaves. Collectors often enjoy comparing multiple quarters side by side to observe different wear patterns and small design differences. The Georgia State Quarter also has interesting varieties and errors that collectors like to search for. Some collectors report coins showing extra metal near the peach or banner, small die chips, or areas where details appear distorted. These can come from die fatigue or minting pressure inconsistencies. Another thing to watch for is machine doubling, which causes letters or numbers to look slightly doubled. While machine doubling is not typically rare, many collectors enjoy identifying it because it adds character to the coin and gives insight into how coins are made. Another interesting discussion among collectors involves coins struck slightly off-center. An off-center strike occurs when the metal blank is not perfectly aligned with the dies. These coins may look shifted, with part of the design missing. Off-center Georgia State Quarters can attract collector interest depending on how far off the strike is. The more dramatic the shift while still showing the design clearly, the more attention the coin may receive. Additionally, some enthusiasts enjoy searching for Georgia quarters with die cracks or cuds. A die crack appears as a raised line running across the coin, caused by a crack in the die used to strike the coin. A cud is a larger raised blob where part of the die broke away. These features do not appear on every coin and can make a specific piece more interesting to specialty collectors who enjoy minting abnormalities. Now let's talk about the historical importance of the Georgia State Quarter. The 1999 release year is significant because it marked the beginning of a new era in American coin collecting. Millions of people started collecting state quarters as they were released, helping make coin collecting more popular across the country. The Georgia Quarter contributed to this excitement because it was one of the earliest designs. Many people still remember finding their first Georgia Quarter in pocket change and deciding to keep it. Even today, collectors continue searching rolls, jars, and pocket change for sharp Georgia State Quarters. Although many Georgia Quarters remain in circulation, finding one in excellent condition becomes more challenging as time goes on. Years of use naturally reduce the number of well-preserved examples available for collectors. The obverse of the 1999 Georgia State Quarter features the profile of George Washington, the first president of the United States. This design continues a long tradition of the Washington Quarter, which began in 1932. On this side of the coin, look at Washington's cheekbone, hair details, and the area around the word liberty. These are high points that show wear quickly. If these areas remain sharp, the coin may have seen limited handling. Another detail worth mentioning is the date, 1999. Being an early year in the State Quarter program, the date itself reminds collectors of the start of a nationwide collecting trend. Many people associate 1999 with nostalgia, beginnings, and the growth of coin collecting across generations. The edge of the Georgia State Quarter is reeded, meaning it has small vertical grooves. These grooves were originally designed historically to discourage shaving precious metal off the sides of coins. For collectors today, the reeded edge helps identify circulation wear. Smooth sections on the edge can be signs of heavy. Next up, the Connecticut Quarter was released in 1999 as the fifth coin in the 50-state quarter program, representing the state recognized as a Constitution state. The design showcases a legendary charter oak, an extremely famous tree tied to Connecticut's colonial history and state identity. Its appearance on the quarter captures the essence of endurance, heritage, and American independence. This beautiful detailed tree design is instantly recognizable among state quarters, and remains one of the most admired despite being produced in large numbers. In this video, we will talk about what makes this tree special, how many Connecticut quarters were minted, any hidden errors or varieties you should watch for in pocket change, and why some coins can be worth more than face value. The charter oak is historically linked to the events of 1687, when Connecticut colonists supposedly hid the royal charter inside the trunk of the tree to protect it from English authority. For that reason, the charter oak became a symbol of freedom, resilience, and local pride, making it a perfect subject for the state's quarter coin. The reverse of the coin shows a large oak spreading branches, textured bark, and the words "a charter oak" along with a 1788 statehood date and 1999 minting year. The front features a classic portrait of George Washington designed by John Flanagan, used since the Washington quarter was introduced in 1932. This combination gives the 1999 Connecticut state quarter a classic but meaningful aesthetic that attracts collectors. When it comes to mint production, the Connecticut state quarter was minted at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, with no proof coins made in circulation outside of collector sets. The Philadelphia mint produced a very high number, around 657 million pieces, while the Denver mint produced around 688 million pieces. Proof versions were struck at the San Francisco mint in both standard copper-nickel clad and 90% silver for collectors. With these high production numbers, circulated Connecticut state quarters are common today, but high-grade uncirculated, mint state, and era varieties can carry more value depending on coin condition and rarity. Collectors often seek mint state examples graded MS65, MS66, MS67 or higher, and coins with deep strikes, strong detail, and nowhere can attract attention. A well-preserved 1999 Connecticut quarter can be desirable because the branches in the oak tree design create many small details that can easily wear down over time in circulation. The texture of the bark and the thin lines of the branches are some of the first features to lose sharpness when a coin is bent repeatedly. If you come across a quarter with crisp detail, sharp lettering, and no scratches, dents, or fading, it may be worth putting aside for your personal coin collection. One of the most searched topics in the coin community is rare errors, and the Connecticut state quarter has a few error types that coin hunters look for. Some of the most interesting include off-center strikes, broad strikes, die cracks, die chips, and minting defects involving the many tree branches. Because the design is so detailed, some coins show extra metal around the branches from die deterioration or die chips, sometimes called extra branch errors. Although most of these minor errors do not make the coin extremely valuable, they can still be worth above face value to collectors who specialize in error quarters. Coins struck slightly off-center, especially beyond 10%, tend to be more collectible and can bring a higher premium. Another collectible category involves coins struck on the wrong planchet, but such errors are extremely rare and hard to find. The Connecticut state quarter also generated interest when the 1999 clad proof coin struck in San Francisco displayed cameo and deep cameo frost effects. Deep cameo proof examples with strong contrast between the frosted designs and mirrored fields are highly attractive to collectors and can be valuable depending on grade. Silver-proof Connecticut quarters also appeal to collectors who enjoy precious metal content, eye appeal, and historical interest combined in one piece. Now, let's explore why this coin remains popular. The charter oak design connects strongly with Connecticut residents, educators, historians, and anyone fascinated with early American independence. The 50-state quarter program introduced millions of people to coin collecting between 1999 and 2008, and many collectors still remember the excitement of finding each new state design in everyday change. The Connecticut quarter stands out because of its detailed artwork and its release as one of the earliest coins in the series. Coins from the first year of the state program carry nostalgia and were heavily saved by the public, but among them the Connecticut design ranks high for artistic quality. If you are wondering about potential value, here's what matters most: condition, rarity, and demand. Circulated Connecticut quarters usually trade at face value, meaning 25 cents, but high-grade mint state examples can sell for several dollars depending on the grade. The highest auction results come from certified coins in extremely high condition. Silver-proof versions are worth more based on silver content and collector demand, and deep cameo examples with flawless surfaces score the highest. Error coins can be worth more depending on type and severity. The more dramatic the error, the more interest from collectors. Even though the mintage numbers are high, the Connecticut quarter remains an enjoyable coin to collect for beginners and advanced collectors alike. Many collectors build complete 50-state quarter albums, but some specialize in specific states, themes, or era categories. The charter oak design makes this coin easy to spot when searching through rolls of quarters from banks or pocket change, offering a fun challenge for anyone hunting for better condition examples. If you want to preserve your Connecticut state quarter coins, store them properly in coin flips, capsules, or albums that protect the surface from scratches and exposure. Avoid touching the coin's face directly with your fingers because skin oil can darken and discolor the metal over time. When examining a coin closely, hold it by the edges and use good lighting to evaluate the high points in the design. For the Connecticut quarter, pay attention to the branches and lettering to assess wear and sharpness. As we continue, think about the deeper meaning of this coin. The 1999 Connecticut state quarter is more than currency. It is a symbol of resistance and heritage that reflects a moment when people valued freedom so strongly that they hid a charter inside a tree to protect it from interference. The charter oak stood for nearly 1,000 years before being felled by a storm in 1856, and now its memory survives in history books, museums, and this iconic coin. Holding a Connecticut state quarter is like holding a piece of American storytelling, a reminder that history is often found in the objects we carry every day. Now we will explore the North Carolina state quarter. Was released on March 12, 2001 as a 12th coin in the 50 state quarter series, honoring the state rich in heritage, aviation, natural beauty, and American history. What makes this coin instantly recognizable is its detailed reverse design showcasing the iconic Wright brothers' first flight at Kitty Hawk in 1903. That moment, December 17, 1903, marks a milestone in world history, the invention of controlled, sustained, heavier-than-air human flight. The North Carolina state quarter's design captures Orville Wright piloting the Wright Flyer while Wilbur Wright runs alongside, creating a timeless visual that connects the state directly to technological achievement and innovation. On the reverse, the coin displays the words "First Flight" above the Wright Flyer, a phrase known globally as a symbol of human progress. The North Carolina state quarter includes the inscriptions North Carolina, 1789, representing the year North Carolina became a state, and 2001, the year of the coin's issue. Below that is a phrase, E pluribus unum, connecting the quarter to the tradition and unity of American coinage. The obverse front features a portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, updated with minor modifications for the state quarter program. The coin has a reeded edge and was struck in copper-nickel-clad composition, same as most circulating quarters from the period. The North Carolina quarter was minted at two primary locations in 2001, Philadelphia and Denver. The Philadelphia mint struck more than 627 million coins, while the Denver mint produced over 427 million. Together, that places a total circulation well over 1 billion coins, making it common in everyday pocket change, yet still widely collected due to its theme. A special proof edition was also made of the San Francisco Mint, both in clad and silver compositions, designed for collectors who appreciate pristine craftsmanship. Silver proofs are especially admired because of their mirror finish and .900 silver content, giving them a visual and collectible appeal that standard circulation pieces cannot match. Now, although the North Carolina state quarter from 2001 is not considered extremely rare in circulation, certain variations and error strikes draw strong attention from collectors. Some sought-after errors include off-center strikes, double die characteristics, broad strikes, clip planches, and die cracks that show up around lettering on the image of the Wright Flyer. These error coins can raise interest and potentially higher market values when found in excellent condition with clear visible details. Collectors consistently search for 2001 North Carolina quarters with striking anomalies because they represent unique moments in minting history. While most circulation coins hold face value, special find can bring more interest to coin enthusiasts searching through rolls or change. In the world of coin collecting, the North Carolina state quarter remains memorable because of its theme. The phrase "First Flight" connects with nearly every collector, from beginners to experts, due to the story of human flight becoming reality in North Carolina's Outer Banks. The connection between aviation history and the United States Mint's educational purpose makes this coin widely appealing beyond numismatics. Schools, museums, aviation fans, and history lovers often share images of this quarter because it represents innovation, exploration, and American determination. Collectors looking to preserve their North Carolina state quarter 2001 pieces often store them properly to protect against wear, fingerprints, humidity, and abrasion, helping maintain surface detail and luster. Coins from circulation may display signs of wear such as loss of detail on the flyer's wings or flattening of George Washington's hair strands, but preserved coins can retain strong features and sharper design elements. Silver-proof versions especially draw long-term collector attention due to their limited production and beautiful mirror surfaces that showcase the Wright brothers' design with striking clarity. The State Quarter Program, launched in 1999, transformed coin collecting in the United States, introducing millions to the hobby. The North Carolina Quarter release in 2001 played a big role in that momentum, reminding people of the innovative spirit that shaped the world. When viewers hold this coin, they hold a symbol of progress and imagination. Even now, decades after its release, the North Carolina State Quarter remains a classic collectible entry point for beginners building state quarter sets and for advanced collectors completing detailed collections including proofs and silver issues. The value interest of the North Carolina State Quarter 2001 continues to be driven by condition, rarity of errors, silver-proof demand, and long-term collector enthusiasm. Circulation coins often pass through hands unnoticed, yet those preserved in high-quality conditions or found with striking errors may draw curiosity and potential premium interest depending on market trends. Collectors enjoy searching rolls, bags, and inherited coin jars hoping to spot a standout example. As you explore the world of coins, the North Carolina Quarter reminds us that every design tells a story of a state, of an event, and of the people who shaped history. The Wright brothers taking flight in North Carolina is more than just a moment. It symbolizes innovation that changed the world forever. That legacy lives on in this 2001 State Quarter, circulating through pockets, coin jars, and collections across America and beyond. Whether you found your coin in circulation, purchased it as part of a collection, or discovered it during a family search through old coins, the North Carolina State Quarter 2001 stands as a piece connecting everyday money to world-changing history. Many viewers share memories of finding this coin when the program was active, making it not just a collectible but a personal reminder of curiosity and learning. If you are watching this video because you enjoy U.S. state quarters, aviation history, or the story behind collectible coins, thank you for joining in. The North Carolina State Quarter from 2001 continues to attract collectors year after year, offering knowledge, excitement, and a connection to history through something as simple and accessible as a quarter. Keep exploring coins, keep discovering stories, and never underestimate what you might find in your change.